Happy Purple Friday, Awoken. We are here at the Theodore Roosevelt Island here in Washington, D.C., really more Rosslyn, Virginia, and Arlington area. But we are here in Washington hanging out with our buddy Theodore Roosevelt. Wanted to go to a new side of town, new area that we haven't been to before for the stream. So we're hanging out with President Roosevelt, the 26th President of the United States. We're going to be here for a little bit tonight. And we have a couple of big topics tonight. So we're doing several topics over the course of the stream. We're going to do a little, obviously, we need to do the 1,000 subscriber special aspect of it, which will be stories, future plans, how we started. Want to thank some of my biggest supporters, moderators, everyone who's liked videos, watched videos, been hanging out with me over the last about 6 months. It took us about 6 months to achieve past the 1,000 subscriber threshold. So wanted to thank you all for that. So we're going to be doing fun 1,000 subscriber special related content. And as well, and we still need to discuss some breaking news over the last couple of days. Really breaking news. So first, we're going to be just the major topic, probably our main news topic for the stream tonight is we're going to be talking about the discussion of peace talks in Iran. The United States and Iran have been going back and forth over the past really 60, 70 days or so, mediating through Pakistan, and now Qatar has joined in for talks of mediating, trying to get a discussion between the Islamic Republic of Iran and the United States of America together. Remember, the key sticking point is that highly enriched uranium under the rubble in Isfahan right now. The future of Iran's nuclear program, that's the big sticking point. That's has been the talk for the past several months, several years even, is what will Iran's future look like? Will it have a nuclear program or not? That's kind of the big question when it comes to Iran. So we're going to be talking all about Iran tonight. And additionally, just a couple of hours ago, and we'll be heading to this location as well tonight, the President of the United States in a court order today by Judge Cooper here in Washington, D.C., has a ruling to where he is not allowed to have the Trump on the Kennedy Center. He cannot have his name on the Kennedy Center. That was ruled earlier this evening, just a couple of hours ago, ruled that since Congress created the institution following Kennedy's assassination in the 60s, that only Congress has the authority to make name changes, stuff like that. And so we're going to be talking all about that tonight. We'll be heading to the Kennedy Center later. Judge Cooper also sliced the 2-year renovation period. That will also not be happening anymore for the Kennedy Center. So maybe I know a lot of the performers had started to exit that a little bit. There was the president's been very interested in trying to get his name on the Kennedy Center recently. Okay, so let's get to some comments first. Actually, before we head into the comment section, if it's your first time hanging out with the Awoken and myself on the live stream, make sure you leave the video a like. Also hit that subscribe button as well. Even though we're celebrating our 1,000 subscriber special, we absolutely want to push to the next goal, which we'll talk about later tonight as well. So if you're new, like the stream, if you enjoy Washington, D.C. politics, landmarks, monuments, locations in the Washington, D.C. area, this channel is for you. We talk politics all the time. There's about 35, 40 of us in the Discord wherein they're debating and sending memes all the time. So, have a pretty strong community of very diverse political thought with us. Okay, so let's get to some comments. Parker, what's going on? Parker says hello, and he's trying to make the $250 bill with his face on it. I saw that very recently. That might have been yesterday or today. I saw that as well, Parker. Good point. Um, yeah, it would be the first living person in decades to be on U.S. currency. Fred's Lady says, good evening. Congratulations. Thank you, Fred's Lady. Same with Jenny. Very nice to see both of you. Hope you guys had a good week. Yeah, happy Purple Friday, everybody. We've made it to a short week this week for most of us. A lot of us had Monday off due to Memorial Day, but we made it for the weekend again. So hopefully the stream tonight can provide you a couple hours of entertainment and political commentary as we head into the last weekend in the month of May. Yeah, guys, it's on Monday. It's June 1st. God Creator says, a lot of purple. Yes, sir. Purple Friday, big man. What's going on, dude? Nice to see you again. You just recently had some elections in Idaho. Benjamin, what's going on, big man? Says hello, bro. Hello, Benjamin. Nice to see you again, brother. Appreciate you being here. Big dog. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, helping me get to 1,000 subscribers, man. Appreciate your support. Eli says, Mama, we made it. Yes, sir. Hello, Mr. President. Hello, Mr. Eli. Thanks dude, you've been one of my earliest supporters that I can remember. I was probably less than 200, Eli. So you've been here a long time. Thank you very much, dude. Appreciate you being here, hanging out with me in the Discord as well. Denki DK says hi. Hello. Welcome to our 1,000 subscriber special stream. Very nice to meet you and very nice to see you. Parker says it's a rule no living person can make their face on United States currency. Yeah, that's going to be tough for the incumbent president to do that right now, at least. God Creator says purple is my favorite color. It's mine too. What's that? Oh, what is that? Nah, man. Very smart people have great men think alike. Very smart people think alike. So, great minds think alike, big man. All right, got a couple gay accusations on the stream already. What's going on with you guys this evening? Thanks for popping into the 1,000 subscriber special. Appreciate you guys being here. And Freedom Forever says, I drink beer. Stop the voices in my head. Well, we all love a good drink sometimes. But yeah, dude, might want to get that checked out a little bit. That's probably not a long-term viable plan, but I do endorse the consumption of beer, dog. But thanks for joining the stream tonight, though. Bob Cox, what's going on, Bob? Mr. Robert is in the house. He thinks that the precedent's going on the $250 bill regardless, no matter what the rule says. All right, Bob, like the bold take. Thank you, Bob. You've been here, been a subscriber on the channel for a long time, man. Appreciate you being here. Always nice to see you pop in every now and then, dude. So thank you for supporting the channel over the last several weeks, dude. Let's see. Uh, Spike says, "You got me." Freedom says, "Cheers, cheers, brother. Happy Friday." Eli, Donald Trump is, they're trying to get him on the bill. Um, God Creator says, $2 coin like Canada has. Sure Thing says, uh, are you from the South? Southern Indiana, not the deep South. Do kind of have uh, a little Southern accent though. So Isaiah Arthur, hello Isaiah, thanks for popping on the stream. Asks what is going on in Ivory Coast, and my friend. Not sure what's going on in that country right now. Hang on, I got to sneeze. Okay, there we go. Uh, let's see. Primal Screams, peace. Yeah, what's going on, Primal? Thanks for hopping on the stream today. Thanks for helping us get to 1,000. Appreciate you. We are here in Washington D.C. Right in front of we're on Theodore Roosevelt Island. We're right in front of Teddy Roosevelt here. Theodore Roosevelt Island, one of the lesser known areas here in Washington. One of my favorite places to go, though. Don't get to make it out here all that often because it's challenging, uniquely challenging to access and head to. Um, but we made it tonight. Wanted to do something special for the 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, guys, we're at 1,000, man. It took us just around 6 months. I'm really sad. Yeah, I'm really happy of our progress, and thank you all for um, being here and helping me achieve that goal. I know a lot of people might be international viewers or people that only can get on in the mornings when we do morning streams. Um, but hopefully they'll be able to check some of this out tomorrow. Um, Chris P. Bacon. Hey, Chris P. Bacon. Dude, you're my favorite two-legged pig in history, man. Hopefully you're still on the stream. I do not work for Palantir. Have no uh, ties to the company, but I do love your username. Let's see. Let me put my sunglasses up. All right. We got a God Creator sent this little goat thing. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for the goat trophy. Thank you that you view me as a goat dog. Yeah, God Creator, you've been here a long time, dude. I remember one of the first streams I think you joined. It was around, it was probably in March sometime, I believe. Um, yeah, dude, you're in the Discord. You're a lot of fun to hang around. You're a great supporter. I appreciate you being here for so long and really supporting my channel, dog. So thank you very much. Everyone, please like the goat trophy from God Creator. So thank you, big man. Appreciate you. Yeah, hope all is well in Idaho. Let's see. Sure Thing 200 asks, do you think Donald Trump is a little slow, but he catches on? You mean in like, he's 79, he's turning 80 next week, or in like 2 weeks, I think. But I don't think he's, I don't think he suffers from anything like that. John Stevenson says, my man Trump's face is on everything else. Might as well be put on some money. Yeah, he's definitely in a kind of building mode here. But hey, everybody, just a little reminder we are here at Theodore Roosevelt Island. here in Washington, D.C., one of the lesser known I wouldn't even say it's a tourist attraction because not many people know about it. A very special spot, the very special spot here in Washington, somewhere nice to chill and hang out, and all of that good stuff. Bob wants me to post more shorts. Yeah, we're getting some more ready. Day job takes a lot of time. Yeah, between the two, um, sometimes I can only get a couple out every now and then. Eli wants a fit check. All right, so we got purple hat. So yeah, bringing back the purple hat for the special. If you guys were with me at the very, very beginning, I would always wear a backwards hat all the time. So bringing back the hat just for a stream tonight. We'll bring it back in future streams. Got the purple tie, purple shirt, purple jacket. We got our purple shorts and purple shoes and socks. So we're all purple out tonight with you guys on Purple Friday. Just yeah, kind of warming up. Yeah, we're hanging out here on Theodore Roosevelt Island. Primal Scream says, "Nice gift, God." It says, "Hey Ted, where's Ted? I don't see a Ted right now." You're talking about Ted Cruz a little bit, and absolutely got to create. Royalty does wear purple. We have some big aspirations and political goals for our movement and our channel. Absolutely, Primal Scream. So yeah, Teddy Roosevelt. We are here at Theodore Roosevelt Island. It's a low past 8:30 on Friday, and we still got a good chunk of sun with us. We'll do a little 360. Just a gorgeous, one of my favorite spots to just kind of hang out in Washington. And just wanted to say, did not want to ignore. Sorry, kind of was talking, but Z just sent the 6-7 little gift. So everyone, please, W's in the chat for Z. And he's been one of my biggest supporters. And actually, a lot of I don't think the channel would be where it is without Z Sticks in the group, and not group me, in the Discord. Z helped create the Discord for me. He was my first moderator I appointed, and he's been very supportive and helpful to me in growth of the channel. And it definitely we wouldn't have as strong of a community as we do now without Z. So just want to, from the bottom of my heart, share my appreciation and thankfulness to our first appointed moderator, Z, for helping out so much on the channel. So everyone, please thank Z when you see him in and out of the chat tonight. The channel would not be here as far as it is without him. So very thankful for Z. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, big dog. Ace Tone 84, what's good, brother? Yeah, dude, nice to see you again. We are here on Theodore Roosevelt Island today. Starting out the stream, President Roosevelt, the 26th president of the United States, argued that, you can only win if you're in the arena. And we're going to keep live streaming. We're going to keep growing our channel and, picking up more supporters and subscribers. We're not slowing down anytime soon. We are here in the arena to fight. And we have, I believe, so the first 1,000, that's regime survival. The regime has survived. It's a worthy cause to continue. We have Identity with Purple, the Discord, a strong group of supporters that help make the channel grow and be very successful. So we have proof it can work. Our content is, especially our shorts, are taking off here recently. So we got something good going for us. Now the up to 10,000 is regime expansion. Now we need to focus on um, just continually growing our movement, our messaging. We need to be disciplined in our messaging and sharp. Um, make our beliefs easy to understand for people. So, um, well, yeah, we're not stopping anytime soon. We are here in the arena, and we're not exiting anytime soon. God Creator 8432 asks, "Do you promote the channel with ads?" I haven't sunk any money into advertising yet. Everything has been organic. So everything has been whether someone has found me through a short, um, a live stream, one of my videos, or there's a chance maybe I've connected with you in real life. Something I really enjoy doing in Washington is like bullpen. We love that bar. We've been at bullpen before, and we've talked to people there, and we've gotten subscribers in real life as well. So we're going to keep talking to people. Um, but so no, in terms of advertisements, have not spent any money on ads. Um, everything's been organic and natural. Um, and not that I don't think ads in the future can be bad, but we do have a success of being able to meet subscribers organically, which is perfect. Ronwin says, "Woohoo! Thanks, Ronwin." And Erdogan says, "Mr. Purple." Absolutely, yep. The Purple Man, the Purple Sovereign is my name in the Discord. Um, as the leader of the movement, I felt that was an appropriate name. Is what do we fight? What do we fight for on this channel? Frequently, what are some of our values that we talk about? And sovereignty. That the fact that we want to be in a free, um, to have a country free of foreign influence, and uh, that our elected officials are working for us, the people, we the people, that we are a sovereign nation. We get to make political decisions ourselves. Park J6 says, DC, yes, sir. We are here at Theodore Roosevelt Island, actually. This is more Rosslyn, Virginia than DC, technically, but we're pretty much in DC. We're going to be heading, so we'll hang out with President Roosevelt for a couple more minutes, but then we're going to go to the Kennedy Center, and we'll start our coverage on the court ruling from earlier today that found that President Trump was out of bounds trying to put his name on the Trump Kennedy Center. So we'll go and report live right outside of the Kennedy Center here in a couple of minutes. We'll head over there for that. But right now we're hanging out with President Roosevelt. Super Slab 24 says, "How can I be as cool as you?" Dude, I'm sure you're pretty cool, man. Yourself, dude, you found this channel, so your algorithm wants you to see cool people. A great way to learn more is hit that subscribe button, hang out with me on the channel more in the future, learn more about politics and how our political system actually works. I've interviewed several members of Congress now. We've got clips and audio of them. The questions that you guys want me to ask them as well. Some of the questions I think of, but a lot of the time is questions that you guys want me to ask the members of Congress who we talk to. So we definitely encourage you to check the channel out, man. Um, Word Nerd says, Word Nerd 2005 says, the wealthy rule this country, the people have no say. We've talked about that before a lot, how individuals or companies can essentially buy influence from the politicians. Absolutely. Um, we just saw that happen in Kentucky '04 with Thomas Massey, um, about how Mary Matelson and RJC and other Zionist groups were able to shovel in tens of millions of dollars to unseat him due to stances on war in Iran, um, Epstein files, foreign aid, etc. Um, super. Or Parker says, breaking news update: 165 warehouse fires. Um, God creators. Super Slav 24 says, I just googled cool dudes in purple suits, and your stream popped up. Dude, that yeah, that is that's a great sign. Yeah, we're getting through the algorithm for sure. After a little um, over 1,000 subscribers, here we are. We're starting to become a decently well known movement, and we will continue to enlarge in our movement and elevate us in the future. Let's go to okay, so let's go back to all right. So as I've kind of been talking with some of you guys on the stream tonight, what the channel's about a little bit, we also sometimes when there's an important issue, we'll kind of have more of a slide deck breakdown of the issue so I can explain it to you guys in full. So we talk about geopolitics, we talk about power structures in other countries, um, regime, um, other regimes around the globe, how they gain power, how the world really works through regimes and survival tactics. And we're going to be talking a lot about the war in um, Iran tonight. Some updates about the war in Iran. We talk about geopolitics on the show all the time. So that is going to be a big topic tonight. Um, Bull 86. What's going on, big dog? Purple suit. Heath Ledger vibes, and the cap is matching the suit. Yeah, try to get everything. Have lots of different purple. Um, we just kind of make things work. You know what I mean? Yeah, we just kind of grind. We'll grind here. So, um, God Creator says, yeah, I still have my tux from prom, black and purple. Ooh, yeah, that's our theme colors. Yeah, black and purple are our logo theme colors. That's pretty badass. JM says, do you think having a UFC fight at the White House is white trash? I don't. Honestly, I don't. I think some of the celebratory stuff the city is doing, like the national um, fair, like the state or the country fair, the All American Fair. I think that's super exciting. That's super cool. So I think a lot of the stuff being here for the whole year for the 250 year has been quite exciting to see all the changes that the city is making and has made already for it. So no, I think it's pretty cool actually. What's your take on it? You 850 or wait, you suck says Biden had drag queens at the White House, didn't he? Yeah, I think so. And there was also a lot of other definitely inappropriate uh, actions going on. Let's just say the least. Rick Young says UFC sounds pretty. Yeah, I'm with you, Rick. I think it is pretty exciting. UFC is probably seen as white man sport. Super Slap says like the stream, but then sub due to deep seated fear of commitment. You don't have to be. Yeah, it's not like yeah, it's not like your girlfriend or anything, bro. Yeah, it's fine to have have commitment issues when it comes to women. But the YouTube, bro, you got full send. Yeah, you got to subscribe, bro. Let's go to. But I appreciate the like though. Okay, everybody. Well, let's look at President Roosevelt one more time. It's going to start getting dark here, and we need to get out of we need to get off this island and start heading towards the Kennedy Center. So one more little, yeah, take one more little look at President Roosevelt here, the 26th president of the United States. We're going to be moving on and exiting um, this island here shortly. So yeah, take one more look at the president. Thank you for the sparkle, Super Slap 24, dude. That's very nice to meet you just a couple minutes ago, big dog. Appreciate your support. There, dude. That is awesome. Yes, you're correct. So this is the first Roosevelt, the 26th president. His, I believe, like second cousin or something. Franklin Delano Roosevelt was the 32nd president of the United States, and he had polio and was often wheelchair bound during his tenure as president. Also, the only person to be elected to the presidency 4 times. The I believe the 22nd Amendment is the one that um, created term limits for the president. Um, and so there's a constitutional amendment essentially following Roosevelt's tenure as president. I believe I'm right, at least. But wait, which one? Teddy Roosevelt. This one. This one was in the night at the museum. So thank you, dude. Yeah, I love history. I love U.S. politics. So it's really, honestly, yeah, I thought it would be more of a. Um, one of my favorite things about streaming is that it's so unpredictable. You never know who's going to log on and which questions are going to be asked. Um, so it keeps it super exciting. Yeah, you're always on your feet, not really knowing what's ever going to come next. Like I have a couple of planned topics every time, but other than that, there's no control with it. Okay, so we're going to head out to say goodbye, President Roosevelt, and we're going to start heading towards the Kennedy Center here in Washington. We'll head to the Kennedy Center because we want to talk about the court ruling today against the president by a judge from Washington, D.C., Judge Cooper, I believe his name is. And it was actually, so this, yeah, it's going to get dark here. Just let me know if like the streaming stops or what, yeah, if like um, the circle starts playing or whatever. Um, but yeah, so earlier today, we see the president lose this lawsuit brought forward by Congresswoman Joyce Betty of Ohio's 3rd Congressional District, actually. So a member of Congress uh, filed this lawsuit or the challenge to the President of the United States. And a judge in D.C., Judge Cooper, found that only the Congress has the authority to change the name of the Kennedy Center because it was founded, Congress founded the institution and found that the board or whatever does not have the authority to change the name of the institution of the building. So the President Trump had a like multi-year renovation plan to renovate the building. And now that was also struck down today. So, so yeah, that's why we're going to be heading to the Trump, uh, or I keep wanting to call it Trump Kennedy Center, but now just Kennedy Center. Okay, everybody. So here's a little recheck on where we are now. Look how beautiful was a beautiful sunset here in Washington, truly. But this is actually Virginia over here because you notice how tall the buildings are. Remember, in Washington, the buildings can't be taller than the Capitol building. The Capitol building has to be the tallest building in the city. Um, but once you get out of DC, like we technically where we are right now in Rosslyn, Virginia, you can have the taller buildings that oversee the Capitol building. So, okay, let's get back to some of the comments though. Yeah, I always enjoy hanging out with you. You guys make the community strong for what it is. So I'll just give everyone a little reminder. So if you're just now joining the stream and or you're enjoying my commentary and enjoying Washington D.C., make sure to leave the video a like. You'll definitely want to do that. Additionally, you also want to hit that subscribe button. This is our 1,000 subscriber special. We've been doing this YouTube channel for 6 months now, and we just got up to 1,000 the other day. So we are celebrating tonight, but we want to keep growing. Yeah, we want to get well above 1,000. We're going to look back at this stream in a couple of years and be like, wow, only 1,000. Now he's at 100,000 or he's at 300,000, however many subscribers. So we're going to keep going on that front. So would love if you guys subscribe to the channel as well. And additionally, we unlocked gifts and super chats recently. So if you want to help support the show, please do so through super chats. All financial resources will be put back into the show for better microphones, travel expenses, so and all that good stuff. It's going to go right back into the show. So please leave me a super chat. And then additionally, everyone is more than welcome to join our channel's Discord as well. We started our Discord. Z, our moderator, I'm not sure if he was able to hear my little speech about him earlier, but he created the Discord, and there's about 35, 40 of us in there now. So you can find the link to that in our channel description and bio. We invite you to join our Discord to hang out with us and sending memes, breaking news updates, all that good stuff. It is a lot of fun, but it's also there's some seriousness to it because this is a political movement after all. Here, let's get the brightness a little more here. I think I can get that. There we go. Should be able to see me a little better now. But we got a walk ahead of us for sure. Probably a good 25 or so minute walk to the Kennedy Center. But we'll be reading comments along the way, hanging out with you all. So, okay, let's go all the way back up. So yeah, join. Super Slav, Parker, You Suck, and God Creator. Down in the comment section below, there's a lot of you guys hanging out down there. All right, brother. Very nice to meet you. Thanks for hanging out with us on the stream tonight, dude. Very nice to meet you, man. Thank you. All right, let's go back up to some of the comments here. It says Democrats had black women twerking and shaking their money makers. Yeah, at the the Kamala Harris, one of her rallies or whatever, she had that. I think that happened a few times. Maybe even at the DNC, I think, the Democratic National Convention. All right, let's see. Parker says U.S. launches new strikes in southern Iran. Yes, that was earlier this week, and what the U.S. is calling self-defense strikes. These were against Iranian ships that were laying down mines in the Strait of Hormuz, and missile launch sites, as well, as the United States still is kind of in a quagmire now on what's going on in the Iran war. We're going to be talking about that a lot tonight. Maybe we can monologue it during the walk, but I kind of wanted to save it a little later, for a little later in the night. All right, so yeah, now we got to walk on the highway and get back across the river. So we got to get from Roosevelt Island all the way to the Kennedy Center. This path will take me there, but it's a second to walk to. Okay. Obama and Hillary Clinton are going to prison for treason. Yeah, well, I think we're all kind of waiting what the Trump administration is going to do. It's been 18 months and still nothing. Parker says around war is, yeah, we're at 90 days. Today is what, May 28th? Or the 29th, excuse me. Yeah, and we attacked Iran February 28th of this year. So it's been 3 months already. The Iran war is 3 months old today. At least this episode of the Iran war is 3 months old today. Yeah, go broke. Why did Obama send pallets of cash to Iran? Well, actually, if you kind of read, so there's a problem with that, actually. Donald Trump could be sending money to Iran as well, because in the negotiations, Iran is demanding what they're calling, quote, reparations. In the deal, the U.S. is considering, one of the options is that Iran gets the Strait of Hormuz, and they're able to collect that environmental friendly tax on it, and rebuild their regime that way. So Donald Trump may be doing the same. Essentially, he may be giving money to the Iranians. Let's see. Erdogan says, "Are you married or have a girlfriend?" Neither. Not married. Don't have a girlfriend either right now. You look like you have a protein-heavy diet. Yeah, I've been bulking a little bit. I need to start. Need to get back into the gym and convert some of this, or I just need to do a bunch of cardio and try to lose some of the weight again. But yeah, I've been bulking for a little bit, putting a lot of time into the stream. Barber says God punishes Pam Bonnie for not calling out the elites. Addington says, "Well, what didn't you like about my commentary?" That doesn't really help me. That doesn't really help. Parker says Benjamin Netanyahu orders Israeli forces to take control of 70% of Gaza. True, I saw that as well. I also saw T-Dub in the Discord or whatever talked about that one, that Ben Jerrigan or whatever, that the fat guy. The fat guy was saying that we're not going to, we'll stop the peace deal with the United States and Iran. So, um, yeah, they're kind of just saying in the open that they don't really care what we're doing in terms of diplomacy. Um, that's what everyone has to remember. People think it's just us and Iran, but there is a third. There's a third country in this game, um, and they seek different goals than we do when it comes to this situation. Brian Deuces loves you. Ha! Thanks, brother. Yeah, you're awesome, dude. Colonel says, good evening. What's going on, Colonel? Yeah. Says, good evening, sir. A nice one it appears to be. Very nice one. We're walking to, you can see it in the background. We're walking to the Kennedy Center to report on some of the breaking news in the Donald Trump ongoing feud to have more control over the Kennedy Center. Vertigon says, I'm good and thick. Appreciate you, dog. Yeah, man, absolutely. You walking up just, yep. Yeah, I got it. Got to get in that weight room. Got to get back in it, I should say. So you guys can kind of see it. This tree is in the way, but that is that's the Kennedy Center. So we're approaching it now. Okay. So just wanted to, it is our 1,000 subscriber special night. And so I want to have a couple, just kind of tell people why I started the channel a little bit. I'm not sure. I believe that my first ever episode, I talked about this. Um, yeah, they're going pretty fast, aren't they, Colonel? But talked about this on my very first episode, like back in, I don't know, this was before Halloween, I think, or something. Like a long, long time ago. But really started the channel. So I've been in DC a couple of years now, and just the lack of care, of commitment, of uh, accountability in the city really just started pissing me off too much. And you kind of realize that, you know, we are only on this earth for a limited period of time and that we don't really have control over. Um, so I came up with, made up the conclusion that I felt like I could, as getting into the media side of politics, could become an effective messenger and really help wake people up to what the city's actually like through basically showing you guys what I see every day in DC, honestly. Um, just explaining, and then when big stuff happens, I can explain it, explain the why to you guys. And the more people that we can wake up and really understand how DC works, how the power, um, how power systems, it's how the regime, the American regime operates and holds power, um, the better off our country will be in the future. And we can have a mass political, uh, you know, movement, I think. I truly do think this can be a massive political movement one day. We have the uniform, we have identity, we have uh, the truth on our side. The truth is her greatest weapon. So that's why I started the channel. Want to help wake people up to the realities of the city. Transparency and accountability are big things that I strive for and advocate for on the channel. That's why we talk to members of Congress and ask them tough questions sometimes. That makes them uncomfortable. That's why we'll go to events and go talk to protesters, see what people in the country are thinking. That's why we do all this stuff. So it is having a positive impact. Sorry about that, Colonel. Airport's more over here. Over here is more Georgetown. But okay, so we are at the Kennedy Center now, though. We are about to get off this highway finally. Sir Al Dog, what's going on, Sir Al Dog? Good evening to you, sir. Yeah, dude, I was getting a little worried about you, man, but glad to see you back on the stream. Thanks for hanging out. Cavaliers, tough time for your Cavs. Not doing that well. Yeah, they're gone now. New York, you got them, but um, yeah, I hate to see that, man. Um, but yeah, dude, this is our 1,000 subscriber special, and you've been here for a very long time, Sir Al Dog. So appreciate you, dude. Parker says, Dim Senate hopeful Abdul El Sayed recounts uh, smashing vodka bottle after beard criticism. Man, that's after beard. Yeah, I don't know. If people say you don't like your facial hair, just forget about them in 10 seconds. Sir Al Dog said Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City, they look good too. Um, yeah, but they still got to play a couple more games, right? They're not in the finals yet. All right, everybody, we are at the Kennedy Center. As we officially now know, it will be the Kennedy Center, not the Trump Kennedy Center. Yeah, we're about to get off this highway now, so say goodbye to the highway. Okay, one sec. Sir Aldog says, I see a lot of people are backing out of the celebration that's going to happen at the White House. Uh, do you know which or what in particular? Alrighty, so here is the Kennedy Center. We have made it, ladies and gentlemen. So we saw earlier today that the president was denied the opportunity or his request to have his name engraved on Kennedy Center within official documentation of the Kennedy Center, and the 2-year planned renovation was stopped as well. And we're going to be hanging out here at the Kennedy Center for a couple of minutes. So, um, looks like we got a couple NBA fans on though. Uh, uh, Richard McDonald. What's going on, Mr. McDonald? Thanks for hopping on the stream this evening. We're here at the Kennedy Center, reporting live following the court ruling earlier today. Um, says go Knicks, and Commodores. Commodores out Martina, out Morris Day, out. They know he's a racist. The Vanderbilt Commodores, is that a player on their team? Or Allen said that. Sorry, it was a purple letter. But yeah, so we are here in front of the Kennedy Center. Earlier today, we got the ruling from Judge Cooper here in Washington, D.C., that the ruling in regards to the Trump Kennedy Center has been finalized, and that the Trump aspect of the Kennedy Center must be removed and act off. Additionally, the 2-year renovation plans that the president had in mind will also be canceled by this judge. This was Congresswoman Joyce Betty of Ohio's 3rd Congressional District actually brought forward the challenge to the court and resulted in this ruling. The judge found that only Congress had authority to change the name of the Kennedy Center as it was approved um, by Congress following his assassination. Uh, so the board does not really matter. So um, yeah, so we're going to be here hanging around Kennedy a little bit. Yeah, the John F. Kennedy Center of the Performing Arts. Little fact about the Kennedy Center um, is that I think it was only supposed to cost $20 million to uh, build and construct. Ended up costing $70 million, showing the commitment that the U.S. at the time had to cultural identity, wanting to have a cultural identity. Chris says Jesus is a Democrat. What's going on, Chris? Thanks for popping into our 1,000 subscriber special stream. We are here in Washington, D.C., in front of the Kennedy Center, following the president ruling against the president earlier today. So very glad to have you here, Chris. And the Colonel says, there we go, had a little bit of trouble there. But yeah, good point, Colonel. Yeah, let's kind of walk around the building a little bit. Let's see some other stuff going on. But I've been to a performance at the Kennedy Center before. Um, it was some opera shit or whatever, but it was still fun. Um, a lot of the MAGA are starting to be embarrassed by what's going on now, especially since nothing is being done for the average person. And Brad Harrell says, "What's going on, Brad? Thanks for popping in the stream, big guy. Wonderful to see you. I've been one of my first and earliest supporters, so thank you, Brad, for hanging out with us tonight. Brad's been here since the very beginning of the channel's history. So Brad has seen it all. Let's go to, but the question though says lots of social media uh, about the administration cleaning up the monuments and memorials around DC. What do you think? Noticing much change? Yeah, so actually, probably next week or something, we'll hang out at Union Station a little bit. And for the first time since I've gotten here, the fountain in front of the Union Station is operational. And there's also another. So yes, there has been a lot of effort um, to reconstruct or reconstitute or improve on a lot of the infrastructure and monuments here in the city as we prepare for the 250th birthday celebration next month. There was a ton of stuff done to the Lincoln Memorial, not the statue itself necessarily, but the underground, underneath the statue, there was a whole exhibit introduced. Um, so yeah, just lots of new stuff there. But yeah, Brad, that's a good question, and yes, I've noticed a lot of stuff um, in regards to new improvements on infrastructure and monuments here in the city. It's definitely an improvement. Even like some of the parks that only people go to when they're walking to work or whatever, or um, yeah, have just been improved as well. And finally, the it looks good as well. The front of the Union Station looks very nice. Dirty Money, what's going on, big dog? One of my earliest supporters. This is MAGA Friday, baby. Yes, sir. Happy Friday, happy Purple Friday to you, Dirty Money. Thanks for being a very strong supporter of mine, big dude. Thank you very much, man. You're awesome. Hope you had a great week. And yeah, just want to shout out Dirty Money. Been here a long time, dude. So blessed for your support. But yeah, some stuff going on in front of the Kennedy Center tonight. So you see a lot of the signage they've already replaced that it will say Trump Kennedy Center on it. AJ7710 says Trump must be an Illuminati scum. No idea when the nation suffers. They hide facts and begin wasting money on memorials. What's going on? Thanks for popping on the stream tonight. Sir Owldog says, how's the blueprint coming along? Looks like it's actually turning black. So here's like the Hall of Nations. Wonder if we can go inside. Oh, sorry, didn't hit. Yeah, maybe it's closed, but that would be pretty cool just to head inside. Yeah. Yeah, why not? Let's just head inside for a moment. So yeah, we're inside of the Kennedy Center now, here in Washington, D.C. Covering breaking news from a couple of hours ago. I saw a court ruling by Judge Cooper, a D.C. judge, here found that the President of the United States was unable, not allowed to change the name of the Kennedy Center unilaterally uh, in a complaint introduced by Congresswoman Joyce Betty of Ohio's 3rd Congressional District. Found that only Congress is allowed to change the name of the institution because it was, yeah, Congress founded it. They created the institution and they have the sole authority on name changes. So, yeah, we're here live in front of the Kennedy Center, inside of the Kennedy Center for a couple minutes. It is a hot day out. Um, so, yeah, it is also kind of fun to show you guys some of the inside here a little bit. So, you have all of the nations. I believe that's Egypt. Looks a little lower there. Um, but yeah, very cultural. Yeah, very cultural building here in Washington. So pretty big news today. Sir Aldox, it's the good thing about your channel so that we can have opinions that are opposite and get along with each other. That's a good thing. Yeah, that's what makes the channel very fun is that we're able to we have a lot of different political opinions and people with different opinions on the channel, and that makes things very exciting and different. Yeah, it makes it very different for. Um, I think yeah, we have a very unique channel going here for sure. Um, a lot more than I even. This is something I didn't think. It's that we'd have so many different opinions of people on the channel, so that makes things very exciting and unique. Um, oh yeah, there's the see the Saudi Arabia up there. Yes, very true, Colonel. Yeah, this is a free speech. We are free speech absolutists here on the channel, and yeah, we wouldn't not silence people for having dissenting opinions or um, just opinions we disagree with. We think that's unfair. Um, so you're allowed to fight for whatever you believe in on the channel, as long as you're not promoting violence or being a knucklehead. So you got the president's portrait up here, the first lady, FLOTUS. And we got the vice president and then the second lady. So JD Vance and Usha Vance. Here, I have their portraits here. So everybody, we are live inside of the Kennedy Center here in Washington, D.C., covering the breaking news, reporting on the ruling earlier today. Very, very big stuff. It's kind of a Friday, so I doubt people are going to be talking about this much over the weekend. But still very cool just kind of hang out here. And Mud Butters is excited. Yeah, Mud Butters is what's going on, Mud Butters? Even though we don't agree on much, dude, I appreciate you supporting the channel and hanging out and commenting and debating myself and other people on the channel. So yeah, dude, this is our 1,000 subscriber special. So yeah, dude, thanks for supporting me through all this time, and hopefully I've been able to give you maybe a little different side of DC, even though you are, in Tacoma. Um, Still something pretty cool though. So, dude, so yeah, Mud Butters is one of the heads on the uh, left on the channel. Mud Butters is definitely one of our better known liberals on the channel. And yeah, as the Colonel was just talking about, we don't ban people for being leftists or liberals on the channel. So free speech absolutist here. Dirty Money and Sir Aldog talking about immigration. Here, yeah. Oh, definitely, man. Yeah. No, I was just saying that. Oh, wait, hang on. I haven't said anything wrong. I'm following the judge's orders. My spray paint can is ready. Yeah, we'll go outside here in a second and show because there is a lot of the stuff has already been changed. Some people have noted. Here, there we go. Yeah, let's get the lighting off. Oh, huh. Huh. I don't think the portraits. I don't think the portraits will be taken down. But so something else about the Kennedy Center is that it gets some federal funding, but it relies a lot on private donors. Yeah, like people, musicians that enjoy coming or big donors. Um, but a lot of stuff has been changed already, though. Yeah, Mud Butters, we actually started the stream in Virginia. Technically, we started it on Theodore Roosevelt Island. I'm not sure if you've ever been there before. Um, but okay, yeah, we're going to get back. Yeah, we're going to get back up and moving. So everyone say goodbye to the Kennedy Center. We'll be leaving here shortly. We'll be heading back outside, and we'll continue our trek. We'll probably head to the Lincoln Memorial next. Um, and then maybe there we can talk about Iran because we haven't talked about Iran yet tonight, or I haven't monologued about Iran. We've now kind of covered um, the Trump Kennedy Center angle, um, but haven't gotten the Yeah, the Iran angle. There's still a lot to talk about Iran today, especially maybe some stuff could happen this weekend. But okay, so here, yeah, you see up here on the name tag, it still has, um, or on the name, it has the Donald J. Trump. Yeah, yeah, the Donald J. Trump and the John F. Kennedy Memorial for the Performing Arts Center. So pretty big. Um, yeah, we've talked about this a little bit before. The president's trying to get his name on a lot of stuff, and Mud Butters is excited. Yeah, Mud Butters, he's in celebratory mode. So it's 2 weeks to get it down. Lucas Weather asked pro Trump or anti Trump. Uh, I'm right wing. Yeah, so we're on the same page on a lot of stuff. AJ's will provide Mud Butters a ladder. Um, AJ says, doesn't memorial mean the folks named are dead? Um, yeah, yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Mm. Uh, and Sir Aldog says, dirty money. I think you got me messed up. I never said anything about illegal immigration. So I support people that come to this country legally. I haven't been on this jet for a very long time. I've been in the hospital. Are you doing okay, Sir Aldog? Yeah, dude, I hate to hear that, man. Are you doing okay? Are you doing a little better now? Um, yeah, yeah, dude, that's horrible. I hate that, man. Um, or hope maybe if you were visiting. All right, let's get to Luke. Lucas is pressing me a little with some good valid questions. Lucas says, "Why? What policies are America first?" So, I, um, if he had policy of mass deportation for illegal immigrants, um, I think citizens should come first in this country. Um, it's like all right, and that's where the government is made for, is to protect the citizens and um, put us first. Um, so I believe, uh, having a strong immigration laws are very important for our sovereignty. Um, yeah, that's one big one there. Luke also adds, though, just to clear the air, America First does not mean you have to be MAGA or conservative. Yeah, like everyone kind of has their own little definition of America First. But like, there's some things I am not like thrilled. Um, Obviously, right? Like, not happy about war in Iran. Yeah, we don't really support that. So, um, but I'm more Thomas Massey, though. I'm sure you know the representative of Kentucky. I'm more with Thomas Massey. Like very big on Epstein Transparency Act. That's a wonderful um, prosecuting the deep state. Um, Jason, oh, what's going on? Jason said secure borders and deportation made me very happy voter. Um, Lucas says, I think that's valid. I do think there's misinformation on how illegal immigrants come over. They do not all just cross through the border. There's several methods. Yeah, I agree. Like sometimes they overstay their visa, or maybe the northern border, or uh, other, yeah, like to your point, other methods. So I think that's a fair point, dude. Yeah. It says, as a liberal, I don't um, own Biden. Uh, I supported Harris, but don't agree with others like Newsom. Yeah, Lucas. Yeah. Yeah, dude. We have other liberals on the channel. Like, as I kind of, yeah, as I just told you, I'm right wing, but we have lots of different political viewpoints on the channel, dude. So you're more than welcome, yeah, to hang out with us, dude. Yeah, we don't really kick people for having different views than us. We're a big tent coalition, and we're free speech absolutists. So, but okay, everybody. Well, let's move on from the Kennedy Center. I'll show you guys the Kennedy Center one more time. Um, and here, I'll get to some other comments as well. Yeah, very nice to meet you all that just joined the stream. Would love if you guys, yeah, guys, this is our 1,000 subscriber special. So would love if you guys left the video a like, hit that subscribe button as well. And yeah, we're here in front of the Kennedy Center, kind of doing some live reporting over um, the ruling by the judge in D.C. earlier today. 305 asked a couple questions about Israel. Why is Israel allowed to pick our politicians with our money? Yeah, that's a good one. I had a video I monologued about Thomas Massey's election last week. Yeah, I just got that video released today. We're aware of what's going on with that stuff. So if you're also into that, man, yeah, this channel is just for you, dude. The algorithm picked up perfectly. The colonels at Lucas says I'm right wing, but I don't like Trump. Claro says at Patriot, where in Michigan. I'm in Kalamazoo. Um, uh, M. Gavir. Okay, Gavir, the fat guy. Yeah. Yeah, that's the fat guy who said Israel will stop a peace deal from Iran and the United States. Um, and Netanyahu's, yeah, they're just anytime. So here, I'll kind of start going into the Iran monologue mode here a little bit. Let me, yeah, I'll start talking about Iran here um, a little bit. So let's go back to last June a little bit. Why did we strike them the first time? At least from Washington. I'm just going to do one thing real quick. Okay, there we go. What are uh, the red lines when it comes to this conflict? Um, Really, it's been one. Now there's kind of two, but there was one huge one before. Now there's two of them. The big one before, and it had to do with the attacks last June, is the nuclear program, their nuclear capabilities. Um, that's concern number one from the United States and Israel. Um, the United States is pursuing a non-proliferation style, obviously, um, and they don't want Iran to achieve get the nuke. Um, so that's number one. Then the second point, which is new, more or less new in the last 90 days, is the Strait of Hormuz. The United States wants things to go back to the way things were before the war started, basically a reset on the Strait of Hormuz situation. They do not want Iran having sovereign reign over the strait, and they especially don't want Iran charging taxes or a toll, or whether they call it an environmental protection fee, whatever it is. They would they also view that as unacceptable um, as well. So you have those two big things: the nuclear, and the straight. Those are the two big things right now. Two biggest, I should say. There's still other big things like proxies and ballistic missiles and drones, but really we're looking at the nuclear and the straight. Um, and now we've seen the president went to Camp David this weekend and advisors. Um, met with advisors about maybe trying to end the war in Iran, or maybe there's a deal that can be made with on the two sides. Um, so they're meeting, and let's say Iran's people are doing the same. Let's say Mojtaba Khamenei met with Pezeskian, the president of Iran, the foreign minister, and other remaining regime personnel. Let's say they all met up too and discussed the deal. What's very important, I've said this before, whether it was the deal or the discussions before the war officially began or during the war, is that these aren't really real negotiations. They haven't been, and it's because the sticking points and the most important objectives or demands for both sides could not be more different. Think about it this way: Iran, they're persistent and insistent that they have a right to highly enriched uranium, to have a nuclear program, whether it's a civilian program or even a weapons nuclear program. That's been their stance the entire time. And the United States stance the entire time has been no nuclear program. You need to surrender your highly enriched uranium that's buried under the rubble in Isfahan. We need to destroy that. And you also need to permanently end your nuclear program. Yeah, you need to blow up your centrifuges, or whatever else, destroy everything. Um, and obviously, Iran is never going to do that because in a long enough timeline, they will lose the nuclear hedge, obviously, and they will be vulnerable to regime change. Um, so they're never going to give it up. And I've said this a lot of times now, but where's this leading us? Is that only escalation? How can, let's assume that the U.S. is just kind of like, okay, the U.S. is like, we're done, we're going to leave right now. What's to say now with Iran, with the Strait of Hormuz? They start charging the tolls. Um, they start charging the toll for all of the ships, like basically a dollar per barrel. So that would be around 2 million, like $2 million a ship or whatever. Um, yeah, or just a lot of money or whatever. Um, so the U.S. and Israel, I'm sure they know, or at least are suspecting that if they leave Iran alone, that over by Christmas, Iran will have rebuilt everything that has been destroyed over the past 90 days, whether it's ballistic launch sites, or they'll rebuild their missile stockpile. They'll get right back to work on building more drones, um, or drone production facilities. They will immediately rebuild nuclear facilities, or um, start progressing that program forward once again. They're going to give money to the proxies, which also Israel is vehemently against the proxy network. So, realistically, how can the U.S. leave the um, deal right now? Okay, I want to stop for a second. Lucas sent a gift, a 100 100 times 6. Um, Thank you very much, Lucas. Very nice to meet you as well, brother. Thanks for popping into the stream today. Yeah, we've been talking about Iran for the last couple of minutes. But here, let me go back. Here, let's actually take a question from Siamese Stormtrooper. What's going on, man? Thanks for joining the stream. Says, why are we pretending Iran would be able to restock, rebuild any of this when they're running low on money and just had to shut down the oil fields? We keep maintaining the blockade, the regime will eventually lose so much money they won't be able to pay any soldiers, and the civilians will rise up against them again. Yeah, I definitely agree. I'm sure the blockade is hurting the regime financially, um, but there have been heavy sanctions on the country for uh, decades now. They have um, any other than oil and black market deals. They haven't had uh, really much. They don't have many allies on the global stage. Like China and Russia help some, but they're really on their own a lot of the time because they have hostile relations with all of the Gulf countries as well, or most of them. Um, I need to find a way to leave. I don't know how to leave the Kennedy Center. Oh, maybe it's down here. Okay, sorry about that, everyone. Um, Whoa, damn! It's time 17. Lucas, what is dude? Thank you, dude. This is awesome. Now it's times 20. Dude, thank you for the star. Dude, you're a star, dude. Um, but regardless, yeah, it is hurting the regime. Uh, but they're going to find a way, um, one way or another, just to stay alive. Like this is the survival for their civilization, pretty much. This is an emergency. If it's the regime, they're going to go down kicking and screaming for sure. Um, so they're going to fight to the last breath. And Russia or China will fund them. Um, if need be. Yeah, we are leaving the Kennedy Center now, everybody. So we are able to get going from there. We'll head to the. Yeah, we're going to head to the Lincoln Memorial now. We'll hang out there. But back to Iran. Okay, so yeah, you have the straight shutdown, obviously both ways, right? Um, but how do you guys see anything other than regime change really happening, right? Um, or being the end game for the United States? Surf says hello, everyone. Okay, let's go back to some of the comments. Um, yes, sir, it is Purple Friday, Sir Owl Dog. Um, Here, let's see. Yeah, we're talking about that. Jim says, collectively speaking, do Americans have a propensity for violence? Not, I don't think so. Lucas says, or Lou Becker says, I haven't had much food since I bought that Pokemon. Um, yeah, we need to put America first. 305 for sure. Um, Lucas says the reason the plan failed is isn't about Iran not opening the strait. It's about the attempt to secure Venezuelan oil failing because lack of infrastructure. I think the idea should have stopped then. Bolshiva says Trump is a joke. Um, yeah, UAE left OPEC. Um, Surf Ninja Gaming says, "Hello, everyone. Just got here. What's going on, dude? We're heading to the Lincoln Memorial now. We were at the Theodore Roosevelt. We were on Theodore Roosevelt Island earlier to start the stream. Now we're heading. We just left the Kennedy Center. We did some live reporting at the Kennedy Center in regards to the court ruling involving the president, his name being on the uh, building and being included in the official name. And now we're heading to the Lincoln Memorial. Lucas says, free speech deserves gifts. I think in such a polarized world, it's more than valuable. Me too, dude. Yeah, I'm a free speech absolutist. Um, everyone, yeah, and I think that's what makes my channel so fun, um, is that we do have a very politically diverse set of views on the stream. So would love, yeah, encourage everyone right now to subscribe to the channel. Leave the video a like as well. Thank you for the chili, the little chili gift, dog. Yeah, dude, you're spoiling me. Thank you. Hey, everybody, and we also have a Discord for the channel. So if you like talking politics and group settings and debating, we have a Discord for the channel. You're more than welcome to join our Discord. You can find the link to that in our channel description and bio. And if one of the mods is on, I think they can they can post the link as well in there. But I'm in Washington, D.C., though. I'm in the capital of the United States of America. We're here walking around D.C. It's our 1,000 subscriber special. So we're meeting some new people tonight, but it's also a um, a way to show my appreciation to you guys for being my first 1,000 subscribers and being with me and the channel for so long. It's been a lot of fun building this community. So Lucas says at least 1,001 now. Awesome, dude. Yeah, dude, appreciate your support, dude. Thank you so much. Yeah, I feel like, um, we can disagree on everything, but still talk about it and kind of be civilized. So, Surf Ninja Gaming says, awesome, came at the best time. It's a pleasure to meet you. Yeah, dude, awesome to meet you, man. Yeah, we stream all the time here in Washington. We've interviewed members of Congress on the channel as well, all the time. Yeah, like Congressman Massey, Ilhan Omar, um, Tim Burchett of Tennessee, Shador Thunder or Shy Thander of Michigan. A whole lot of guys. So yeah, we're a very serious political movement. And thank you. I appreciate your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, Surfing Ninja Gaming. That's awesome, brother. Yeah, dude, you're a goat for that. Same with Lucas. Yeah, you guys are both awesome for subscribing to my channel. Sir Al Dog, what's going on, dude? Well, I saw your message about not being just a little setback. I'm doing better now. Just gotta get myself back in better health. We all need to do a little more for our health, I think. So you're not alone um, in that regard. So glad to hear you're doing better, though, man. Truly. Yeah, I definitely want to interview AOC sometime um, on the channel. Um, yeah, we'll see if she's walking around Congress on one of these days. Yeah, it would be fun to talk to the congresswoman from New York. It would be really good to ask her about Schumer. Yeah, because I know all the progressives, um, yeah, are not. They do not like Chuck Schumer. So I know AOC is who they desire to run against him in 28. Dude, she may. Yeah, she might. Um, Surf Ninja says, "How long of a walk to get there? You need wheels." Yeah, I've been here. Let's see. So we're at 3 miles right now. I forgot to start it immediately after leaving Roosevelt Island. So we're probably closer to um, probably closer to like 3.5 miles. But we're going to, yeah, we'll get to Lincoln Memorial soon though. Yeah, Lincoln Memorial is like right on the other side of this guy. So we got to get across this busy highway. It's time to play Frogger, dude. Frogger in real life. Let's see how much I learned as a kid. Yeah, go. Yeah. All right. I think after this car, I'm good. All right. I'm in the middle. Now I gotta make it through this side. This is a much harder level. Uh, yeah, hop, skip, and jump away. Lucas says Schumer disgusts me, and I'm not a socialist. Yeah. Um, so yeah, I guess what kind of liberal are you? Like, what is AOC like your preferred person? What do you say? All right. After this taxi, I'm gonna go for it. Nope. Taxi went too slow. All right, after this minivan, I'm gonna go for it. Yeah, I'm good. Alrighty, boys. Made it across the busy freeway. Uh, where's the monsters? What's the XP for? So the XP is like you get XP through commenting, leaving like gifts and like super chats. So we've had a lot of gifts on the stream tonight. Let's see if we can get a super chat. Whoa, Sir Aldog with an Unk alert, a gift. Yeah, there. That's right. Um, thank you very much for the Unk alert. Um, I'm getting there. I'm nearing 27. I turn 27 next month. So, um, yeah, I am. I'm beginning to reach Unk status officially. Still got a little ways to go though. But thank you for the gift, um, uh, Sir Aldog, dude. Yeah, happy to hear you're out of the hospital and doing better as well. Thank you for being one of my first 1,000 subscribers and being with me uh, for so long on the channel. Appreciate you, dude. Yeah, I think so, Surf Gaming Ninja. Ninja. I think it. Yeah, that's a lot of it. Um, but yeah, it's like XP you get through like super chats, gifts, um, commenting, all that good stuff. Lucas says AOC is definitely not preferred, but I trust her enough. I would say I'm moderate on several. Excuse me. Moderate on several issues and could swing, but center left on traditional values. Interesting. Yeah. So like, um, how long is this light? Run across. Run. Yeah, there's some couple young boys that are not moving across the street because it's a long red light. They're talking with their yeah, they're talking with their parents across the street. That's how long they've been separated from for. But okay, so back to Lucas. Uh, okay, so yeah, Lucas, I guess would um, like Obama be your preferred candidate then? Okay. Um, Gaming Ninja says many shoulder can be cool. I've been streaming for about 6 months, so yeah, the channel's about 6 months old. Um, and yeah, really been pushing um, a lot through the Iran war was the issue that really helped me start gaining more subscribers and added legitimacy to the channel. I was able to dissect the war so surgically and strategically for the audience. I started to build a following from there. Um, yeah, about 6 months. Lucas says I would definitely Obama, or honestly would vote for someone like McCain. Yeah, McCain. A lot of those kind of Republicans. I'm not sure if you've seen this week, but I'm sure you've probably seen like John Cornyn lose and Bill Cassidy lost. So a couple big uh, senators lost re-election recently. Um, that are kind of like McCain. Yeah, they're kind of that old George Bushy Republican. They're starting to kind of get weeded out now. All right, man, we are approaching the Lincoln Memorial. I don't think it was a good idea. No, I'm against the war. I'm anti-war, especially in the Middle East. See, I oppose it. Lucas says people say I'm weird for this, but I trust AOC more than Bernie Sanders. She's Meyer. She's more willing to adjust to get to a conclusion. Sir Alex says I'm with Lucas. Gaming says cool looking place. Yeah, it's very cool. Yeah, it's nice to see some people again. Yeah, we haven't seen many people in the past couple of yeah, there weren't many people on Theodore Roosevelt Island earlier tonight, or there weren't many people at the Kennedy Center earlier. But now there's some tourism here in the area. But I'll show you guys. Yeah, I'll let you guys say hi to Abraham Lincoln here once we get up these steps and stairs. It's just past 10 o'clock now on the East Coast. Okay. So yeah, here we are, everybody. Abraham Lincoln. Sure Dog says the weather has finally broke I see people in the city than you did when you first started streaming. Yeah. Lucas says I would have even considered voting for McCain over Obama if I were about 12 years younger. LOL. I'm at 12 years older. LOL. It's all good. It's been a long day, long week. It's Friday night. The weather has. Oh yeah. So wait. So Lucas, are you like in your mid-20s then? I guess maybe. Because I think we're. Yeah. Like that makes sense that we're around the same age. Yes, it is a beautiful. It is beautiful, isn't it? It's a 1101 here in the Atlantic coast. Okay, so you're also ahead of me then, I think. Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? Uh, Julia says Megatron. What's going on, Julia? Thanks for joining the stream tonight. Hope you're doing well. Happy Purple Friday. Yeah, welcome to our 1,000 subscriber special live stream right now. We're in DC, so yeah, you have the um, here in DC. You have the Washington Monument over here. We'll probably head over there. Um, Not sure how much longer we'll keep the stream going tonight, because it is already 10. We gotta be back. Yeah, I got work in the morning. I gotta keep grinding. Um, I had a lot of fun on the stream too, but we'll stay going for a little bit while. Lucas says, "Yep, I just realized I'm messaging on my younger brother's account. LOL. You uses this one for videos, but I just put my info on it. Tracking. Yeah, Lucas. Yeah, you should go. Yeah, please subscribe on your main account as well. Um, yeah, dude, that would be super based. Um, but yeah, dude. Okay, so yeah, we're about the same age then. That's cool. All right, sounds good, Lucas. Julie says hello. Yeah, what's going on? Thanks for hanging out with us a little bit. Yeah, it's made out of all marble white. It's just marble white, just cream white. Yeah, and the lights will stay on all night. So this is like a 24-hour public. Um, Diego, Diego, dude, no fucking way. Oh my gosh, dude, it's so good to see you. Yeah, dude, on live stream. Yeah, dude. My friend Diego, I swam with him in college. Haven't seen him in what 5 or 6 years until right now. Diego, no way. With him back in college. Yeah, so, yeah, dude. Alden. Yeah, nice to meet you, Andre. Pleasure. Dude, Diego, I cannot believe this. Right? This is my Evans for color. So, dude, this is ridiculous, man. But yeah, you're just here checking DC out for the weekend, or? Oh, great. Oh, awesome, dude. Yeah, wonderful. Well, Diego. Hi. Yeah, sounds good, dude. Life is not real. Yeah, small world. This is ridiculous. Makes sense to me. Says that's wild. You never know who you'll see nowadays. Yeah, it's crazy. I haven't seen Diego since I dropped him off at the airport for the final time, like 6 years ago. Yeah, dude, I can't believe this. Right? Yeah, I'm here now. Yep. Yeah, I used to work in the Senate a couple years, and now live streaming in the private sector for politics as well. So, yeah, dude, yeah. What a time to be alive, man. I saw some of your videos, and I didn't know you were living there. Yeah, yeah, I'm here most of the time now. So, yeah, it's crazy. You ever go back to Evansville? Yeah, family's still there, so I'll go back. Yeah, I'll go back a couple times a year, usually for a week, week and a half or something, just to chill. But yeah, dude, crazy. All right, thanks for the gift. Yeah, thank you so much. All right, Diego, dude, I'll message you on Instagram or something, dude. Yeah. All right, guys. Yep, nice. Yeah, nice to meet you, brother. Take care. Wow, that's unreal. Um, Holy cow. Yeah, I cannot believe that just happened. Um, but yeah, thank you for the gift. Makes sense to me slash Lucas. Um, Brian says, why wear your hat like a teenager? Clearly not a teenager. Yeah, it's a trend, and we're also doing a little throwback. So, Brian, nice to meet you. Thanks for joining the stream. This is our 1,000 subscriber special um, for our YouTube channel tonight. We're here at the Lincoln Memorial. We were at Theodore Roosevelt Island to start the night, and then we went to the Kennedy Center to do some live reporting at the Kennedy Center in regards to the ruling against the president today. Now we're here at the Lincoln Memorial hanging out. I actually just saw one of my teammates from college, one of my swimming teammates in college. That's where the purple comes from. It's Purple Friday. That's where the purple comes from, my college and my home city. And I just saw one of my teammates who I haven't seen in 6 years, um, right here. Totally, yeah. It's absolutely unreal how sometimes silly it is. Um, yeah, that I got to see my friend Diego like that. So purple's very important to my life. Um, and yeah, when I started the show, always had a backwards hat. So we're just doing a little throwback, a little special episode. Ozzy Crosby. Ooh, thank you for the $10 super chat. Ozzy Crosby 2092 says, be careful out there. Lots of crazy people out there these days. Absolutely. Yeah, you got to watch out. Um, yeah, you got to watch out. So, Ozzy, thank you for the $10 super chat. Everyone, please make sure to leave that a like. Hit that like button for Ozzy Crosby 2092. Ozzy has been a supporter of the channel for a long time now. He's been on the streams a lot recently and frequently. So we are very thankful for Ozzy Crosby tonight and always. One of the first 1,000 subscribers for sure on the channel, and we're very appreciative of Ozzy being a continued strong supporter for the show and the channel. Thank you for your super chat. Really appreciate you, Ozzy. Thank you for the well wishes. We will be careful. Makes sense to me. Says tough. I think that's what my siblings say. LOL. I'm probably too Gen Z, which sounds crazy saying now. Yeah. I say tough a lot too. Um, but yeah, like we're in our mid 20s. We're not boomers by any means. And we're still young, Lucas. Or it makes sense to me. Yeah, thank you so much, Ozzy Crosby. That is, yeah, super, super based. So thank you so much for the support. Brian says, "Show us the reflect." Oh yeah, let's take a little look outside, everybody. So yeah, you have the uh, Washington Monument in the distance, and reflecting pool not really reflecting much right now, as it has been shut down as of recent. Um, yeah, as of the um, recent past, it's been shut down. But we'll be kind of walking that way a little bit here. But we are still hanging out at the Washington or the Lincoln Memorial, excuse me. We're celebrating our 1,000 subscriber special, and also very thankful for Ozzy Crosby's $10 super chat there. So thank you, Ozzy. That is spectacular, big man. Thanks for being a consistent and strong supporter to the show, or for the show. So yeah, everybody, we're here at Lincoln, hanging out with Abraham Lincoln on this Friday night. We're also started the night. This is the second precedent we've seen so far on the stream today. We started the stream at Theodore Roosevelt Island, then went to the Kennedy Center to do some live reporting after the president's the court ruling against him having his name on the Kennedy Center earlier, and now we're here at the Lincoln Memorial um, with you guys on this Friday night. Yeah, it is Purple Friday, so very happy. Show you guys the purple. And yeah, thanks, Ozzy. Yeah, Ozzy, you're a real one, big dog. Well, you okay? That person almost like fell and busted their ass down the entire flight of stairs. Ozzy says, I've never been there. Thanks for showing us around. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm glad I can show you guys around and we talk politics and debate. So, hey, everybody, if you're just now hanging out on the stream, invite everybody to join our channel's Discord. We are in there all the time, hanging out, sending memes, debating politics, um, excuse me, and all of that good stuff. So you can find the link to that in our channel description and our channel bio. Encourage all of you to hop in there with us. There's about 35, 40 of us in there. Yeah, would love to see you guys in there sometimes. So thank you very, very much. Brian says DC is too hot in the summer. It is very, yeah, it does. The humidity is bad. Because I've kind of been sweating a little bit already. That's why I wear shorts. Yeah, during the summer, I have this purple pair of shorts as well. And it makes sense to me. Since last time I was there, I saw Trump on July 4th, 2017. Hoping to go back this summer would be interesting. It's going to be a good summer. That's going to be a good summer to pick to head back for sure. Chucky P says, congrats on the 1,000 subs. The people shall become awoken. Yes, sir. Thank you, Chucky P. Thank you for hanging out with us on the stream tonight. Very appreciative. Thank you for being one of my first 1,000 subscribers. Thank you for being here for a very long time. You've been here since the beginning, so thank you for hanging out with us so much, Chucky P. Excuse me. Make sense to me. It says, imagine here in South Georgia / Northern Florida community reached 95 yesterday, 85% humidity. That's pretty tough. That is hot. So you still got a lot of people here at the Lincoln Memorial. It is 10:15 on a Friday night. Nothing stopping these tourists though from checking out good old Abe. But thank you, Chucky P, for the continued support. Now that you've reached 1,000, what's next? So I think the first 1,000 was regime survival. Now getting to 10,000 is regime expansion, I believe. I think that's the next play is 10,000. I think that's our next goal. Yeah, we gotta get this. Yeah, it was kind of You get your first subscriber, then you get 100. Now that we're at 1,000, we need to get up at 10,000, I think. So I think that's the next play, for sure, Chucky P. And we'll get there. Trust me. We got up to 1,000. Only took us 6 months. We have a really solid community that we've already built here. So I think we can do it. We're still getting more. Yeah, we've got a couple more tonight for sure. So, but yeah, thank you, Chucky P. Great question. Yeah, I remember when it was just a couple people on. Yeah, I remember for like first episode, Chucky P. I think you were there. Yeah, you've been here a long time, man, since the very beginning. So thanks for subscribing so early on. And Ozzy says I drove through there in a tractor trailer in 2020. The whole country was shut down during COVID, 3 p.m. in the afternoon on a weekday, and I was pretty much the only one on the road. Yeah, I can only imagine what I've only heard how horrible living in the city was during COVID. Like everything was shut down, like everything, nothing could be open ever, and it was like that for 2 years. I just heard it was miserable. So it makes sense, yeah, that you were one of the only ones on the road around DC. Um, let's see. Yeah, Ozzy. Yeah, thank you once again, Ozzy, though, for the super chat, big man. That is legendary. Yeah, we're just kind of taking a couple minute break. We've been walking a lot tonight. Um, I'm not sure how much longer we'll go on the stream. Um, 'Cause, yeah, it is already about 10:15, and I think we've had a lot of fun. But we'll stay on. We'll stay on the next couple of minutes for sure, at least. Um, yeah, keep hanging out with you guys for sure. Yeah, just look at how many people there are. Yeah, there's still a ton of people around. Once you leave this area, it gets pretty scarce immediately once again. Hey everybody, if you're just now joining the stream, would love to remind you, make sure you please leave the video a like. Also hit that subscribe button as well. If you like political discussion, please join our channel's Discord. You can find the link to that in our channel bio and description. There's about 35 or 40 of us in there. Makes sense to me. Ask how often you go live. Last couple months, we've been going live probably 5 or 6 days a week. We'll go live after breaking news, after something. We'll do election coverage all the time. Yeah, Tuesdays. Yeah, Monday. Usually talk about elections a lot to start the week, and then we'll go into foreign policy later in the week if something crazy doesn't happen Monday or Tuesday. And then sometimes on the weekend something will happen that's an emergency as well. So, yeah, we'll go live at least 5 times a week usually, and I'll try to get clips and short-term videos out as well whenever possible. We go live in a bunch of different locations. Sometimes I go live from my house. We'll just kind of do a podcast style episode where I'm not really moving much. We'll also have some where I'm all around the city. Like tonight, we've been in 2 states on the stream technically, and we've seen 2 presidential monuments. Sometimes it just really depends. I like going around DC, meeting new people, talking to people. I also go protest as well. So when there's big major protests in the city, I'll usually go those and talk to people and interview people. Um, I've had some interesting moments, to say the least, with those. But that's how we built up a lot of the channel. Is that Um, we went to No Kings protests before. Um, uh, and then, yeah, protests were a big driver and growth for the channel's success and um, elevation. An interesting election personally coming up uh, in LA on Tuesday. Personally supporting the pro Siver candidate first, and then Chris Pratt second. Is it Spencer Pratt? Isn't that the name? Hi. But you're in California then, I guess. Now you're good, man. That I said it was a long week, just kind of a long week. So it's Friday night. We're going to make you a couple silly mistakes. Um, but everybody, we're also on several different platforms. So um, if you want to support us on other channels other than YouTube, you can find our account on X, Instagram, Spotify, Rumble, um, Facebook as well. We're on Twitch, um, in Discord. I believe that's all 8 of our platforms that we're on. So please follow us on Instagram and Twitter a lot. And Facebook. We want to get those platforms big as well. We're at over 100 followers on Instagram and Facebook as well. Facebook, we're at around 120. At Instagram, we're at like 104 or something. Um, and YouTube, we're over 1,000. We've been pushing on YouTube a lot recently, and I have YouTube and Gab. That's it. Awesome Aussie. I've heard of Gab before. I've heard of that site. I've never had an account on there, but I've heard of it. King Jesus coming soon says satanic place, man. Yeah, here at the Lincoln Memorial. Um, yeah, DC could be satanic, but not Lincoln Memorial. Nazi says never had Facebook or Twitter. That's what some people will. Yeah, I've had some relatives that have never really gotten social media. All right, we're going to keep moving. Yeah, we're good on break. Let's keep moving towards Washington Monument. Not sure if we'll make it there tonight on the stream. Man, it has been a long week. We've been going a lot all over, and honestly, I think we've had a good stream. Honestly, and I think we'll probably end things here. I'll be honest with you. So, um, Ozzy says I do have a Rumble as well, but not able to log in for some reason. Tracking. Well, I think Rumble's good because it will at least allow you to watch content without an account. I think. So, yeah, everybody. Yeah, we are leaving the Lincoln Memorial now. Going to leave Abe Lincoln, so say bye to Abe. Um, yeah, if you so please. Um, and then yeah, Ozzy's still here, and looks like there's a couple people here. Um, but yeah, makes sense to me. Do you have like other social media? If you do, you should follow some of my accounts on my other media pages. And if you have Discord, dude, would love to have you in our Discord as well. Um, yeah, it's always fun debating people. I like debating um, the left on issues. So Yeah, I wanted to debate you sometime. And Ozzy um, says sunglass emoji, thumbs up. Yeah, dude. Yeah, man, it's a our channel's had some really good success recently. Very, we have lots of great supporters on the channel, and I think we're really starting to put together a solid, coherent political message, political movement as well. So we're going to keep going. Awesome, makes sense to me. That's great, dude. Yeah, it's always fun debating people. So, but um, yeah, dude, that's great. Thanks for popping on the stream tonight. And um, yeah, it should be same name. You can find the links to everything on my YouTube homepage. So if you just find like the if you click the description for the bio, it should take you to all of my links. Um, so yeah, it should but same name and everything though. It should be. Before I sign off, though, really want to. Okay, hang on. How comment? I've definitely debated a lot of conservatives, independents, and liberals. I truly believe no one shows loyalty to just one party, but themselves and their beliefs. Good point. Yeah, that's definitely something to consider, I think. But before I sign off, everybody, just want to thank personal message. Um, from me to you guys. Thank you to the Awoken, the first 1,000 Awoken and beyond. We will continue waking more people up here in Washington, D.C. We'll continue talking about politics, interviewing members of Congress, debating people, enriching our political knowledge and um, abilities, our critical thinking abilities, and just really want to thank um, my supporters, you guys, people like Bandit and Trossway and Sleepy Time and Ken Martin, 0017, David Thompson and David Moore, Faraz, Z, the Colonel, Parker, um, Bear, um, Clips. All of you guys have been around and supporting the channel for months now. Like I remember, even, and also want to say thank you to my relative and family members. They were the first supporter and friends as well. Co-workers were some of my first subscribers. Could not have gone off the ground without them as well. So also the people like in my real life that subscribed to the channel early on. That's super big. So I wanted to thank them as well. Um, and also like Deborah, some of the recent support, like Deborah, who recently started supporting us. That's big. Um, and just all of you guys in the Discord that make things fun. And all of you guys just for, yeah, like Ozzy's been around now a while. Like we've had a lot of people that are starting to kind of be hang on the channel a little bit. Um, like Sir Owl Dog, Mud Butters, Brad Harrell. Um, so there's just been a lot of very loyal and long supporters to the channel. So just want to thank you all for that. But so with that, everybody, I think we're going to end things here. Very fun stream tonight. Thank you all. Very fun celebration for 1,000 subscribers. Definitely happy with our progress on the channel, and it's only up from here. We're going to get we'll talk to more people, interview more members of Congress. Um, yeah, get more clips and videos out. We'll meet people. We got this, guys. So we're in it for the long run. No No turning back now, I believe. So, okay. Well, we're going to end things here, everybody. Much love. Thank you, Ozzy, again for the super chat. Thank you, everybody, for the gifts tonight on the stream. Uh, appreciate it. All of it will go back into the show, um, especially in August and October when there won't be much going on in Washington um, because of recess and the midterms. We'll need to get on the road and do some coverage in the country, in the heartland or something. So, yeah, we need to save up a little bit. So, thank you very much, everyone, for the gifts and super chat. Ozzy, once again. Yeah, good night, everybody. Much love. And you have been awoken with Aulden. Thank you for the 1,000 subscriber special. So we will be back with you guys probably Monday, but we'll see. We'll see about this weekend. Maybe something fun happens this weekend that we can do a little Sunday stream or something like last weekend. So, but okay. Well, my butter says take the sign down. Yeah, he's got 2 weeks. You're quite excited about that. I can tell. So, but okay. But all right, everybody. Well, good night. Much love, and you have been awoken with Aulden. Good night.